warning, I swear a lot.
Hello friends, and welcome back to Limbus Company, welcome back to Canto 7. So, we've done a little bit of upgrading, just a little bit. Otis is now level 31, so she might be able to hold her own in combat a little bit, but this will require me to fight better, basically. And a new mirror dungeon's out, which I'm not going to do yet, because I'm busy with Canto 7. We gotta get back in there. I noticed while editing last time that the music is quite fucking loud, so I'm just gonna turn that down a bit more. You watch, there'll be a really cool boss fight today with really good music, and then I won't hear it properly. That'll be just my luck, but the Dream Ending has loud music, and for all of their many pros, PM don't seem great at audio balancing. Sometimes you can barely hear a sinner talking over the music. Oh boy, more combat. Wherein the sinners each share their impressions of La Mancha land. I'm sure they're overwhelmingly positive. What level are we looking at this time? 47. Cool, it keeps going up. Oh, I love it. Yeah, good, great, good. The enemies are getting stronger faster than we are.
인간 친구들은 또다시 혈기들이 나타나지 않을까 하는 걱정을 하기 시작하였습니다.
The big bad will be blood fiends, terrorizing everyone.
밤마다 두려움에 떨면서 못된 혈기들이 찾아오지 않을까. 매일 밤 걱정에 잠을 못 이루기도 했죠.
Not even a wink of sleep, which would then fuel the paranoia of blood fiend attacks through lack of sleep. Those pitchforks are scary.
잠을 잘 자는 건 중요합니다. 머리가 빠지고 피부가 푸석해지면 큰일 나니까요.
Truly the greatest crime the blood fiends have inflicted upon humanity was the disruption of our beauty schedules. How am I supposed to moisturize when there's a fucking blood fiend outside my door?
맞는 말이긴 해.
Yeah, she's not wrong. Obviously, Rhodia gets a lot of sleep.
그때 어떤 정의로운 해결사가 정말 대단하고도 기발한 생각을 하게 됩니다.
He's like, I have a great idea. Why don't you all pay me? And then maybe I'll do something about it.
만약에
What if we drank their blood instead? Show them who's boss.
정말 만약에
I know it sounds crazy, guys, but trust me. They won't be coming back if we do that.
인간과 혈기가 서로 행복하게 지낼 수 있는 공간을 만든다면 어떨까?
Find it hard to believe a fixer came up with this idea.
그곳에 착한 혈기들은 못된 혈기들을 대신해서 혼내주고 인간들은 자신의 피를 착한 혈기들에게 나눠주는 것이죠.
You know, a protection racket or a feudal system.
어때요? 기발하지 않나요?
Oh, it's absolutely delicious. Oh, you don't seem to like that idea. Okay. I thought it sounded extremely reasonable. Well, it's probably because that's what La Mancha Land used to be, and now it's a horrible, twisted, perverted version of what it used to be. It was probably initially intended as a place where, like, yeah, you know, just provide us with blood, we'll keep you safe. And then everyone was happy. But then everyone was not happy, because it's the city and no one is happy for more than 5 minutes. Seriously.
사람들의 피를 탐하기만 하는 혈기들과 어떻게 사이좋게 지낸다는 말인가?
This does not align with my beliefs and therefore it cannot happen.
물론 모든 원대하고 훌륭한 계획에는 반대 의견들이 뒤따르기 마련이죠.
Moses did say, don't underestimate their hunger.
그러나 훌륭한 지도자 밑에는 언제나 훌륭한 부하들이 있는 법. 머지않아.
The translation being, well, I don't care if you don't think this is a good idea because I have a lot of friends who think it is, so we're going to do it.
행복한 미소가 꽃피는 곳. 모두 함께 꿈꾸는 자유로운 라마차랜드가 탄생하게 되었습니다.
That's so nice. That's so nice. I like that. Have you noticed that the fixer has red eyes? Funny that a blood fiend came up with this idea, huh?
주위를 둘러보세요. 여러분들을 향해 웃어주고 있는 혈기들을.
Oh, I love a good toothy grin. Oh, marvelous. So the good news is people have pointed out that the whole blood feast mechanic has nothing to do with me by this point. Hey, this song's good. Fun. And there's 16 of them this time. So here's the deal, right? Obviously, I'm not going to be doing the whole combat edit thing for, like, boss fights. You know, if there's clearly a significant encounter taking place, I'm going to show it and talk through it and all of that crap. It's hard to tell from this point if this might end in a boss encounter. If it does, then I will cut back from the combat edit to doing things normally, alright? Because I don't want to skip the cool shit. I want to be able to talk about that stuff. When it comes to standard combat in the game. As much as I do kind of enjoy Limbus combat, unfocused encounters against quote-unquote normal enemies is not the most interesting thing about this game. Straight up, it just isn't. It's not to say it isn't fun, and it's not to say it isn't interesting, but this is part 60. We've been doing this for a while, you know? So you sit back, I'll take care of those horrible, scary blood fiends. Don't you fucking worry.
교전 시작합니다. 아직 징크한 내용이 남았으니 절대 피할 수 없을걸? 그 시간에 꼬리도록 가진 놈들을 대상 사망.
부서진다.
가진 놈
지금이라도 말. 방해꾼 하나가 사라졌군.
남은 시간을 탈탈 털어주는 무력화.
방해꾼
남은 시간을 탈탈 털어주는
Yes! He clutches the EX on the 10th round. Totally deserved. Love it.
이런. 하지만 완벽한 라만 챌린지에 딱 한 가지 부족한 게 보이지 않나요?
I know what it is. I've got it. It's one of those stands where they have the donuts, you know, where they make donuts fresh. That's what this place needs. You need a donut maker. Honestly, I can't believe you guys overlooked that. Huge mistake. What is it?
대체 언제 끝나는 거냐?
Until we've killed every single blood fiend in the park. That's how long. It's a long attraction.
웬 이상야릇한 이야기나 늘어놓다가 적을 들여보내는 건 우리를 밑도 끝도 없이 얕잡아보는 것 같아. 불쾌하군.
I think she's playing with us. I think she's enjoying it. You know, she's a blood fiend. She's like, ooh, we get to have a little melodrama while I send my minions to die. How fun.
야, 듣고 있지? 너 아까 대답하는 거 기억했거든?
I remember you responded to me earlier. Wasn't even me. Whatever. You fucking listen to me now, sunshine. My bat remembers everything.
정말? 진짜 안 보여요?
I don't think they care very much.
라만 챌린지 안에는 당연히 거기에 어울릴 만한 옷을 입어야 하지 않겠나요?
I mean, I feel like our uniforms are pretty snappy and Dante wears a red coat. You know, that's fitting with the whole blood theme. But if you got some free duds, wouldn't say no.
이왕이면 멋지고 화려한 가면도 씌워주고요.
Oh yeah, gotta have the masks, absolutely. Though I don't think our manager can wear one. Maybe.
이렇게요. 훨씬 더 축제 같아졌잖아요.
라만차 랜드에서 뛰쳐나왔던 피주머니 분들을 예쁘게 단장해 주신 분이 누군지 이제 알 것 같네요.
Another mystery solved. Well done, guys.
악취미구려.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
뻔한 아름다움을 추구하나 볼맛이 안 나는
Damn.
여러분 덕에 이제 더할 나위 없이 완벽해진 라만 챌린지가 완성되었습니다.
Did it now.
이렇게 혈기들과 인간들은 서로 사이좋게 지내며 매일 축제를 벌이며 살게 될 수 있을 겁니다.
Yeah, and how's that been going?
이번 모험가님은 잔인하고 못된 혈기들을 총...
How many, actually? I'm curious.
중간에 세는 걸 까먹었다.
Oh, come on.
아무튼 무지무지 많이 죽이셨답니다.
We did. I would have liked an exact number. I mean, I'm sure I could just go back to each of the stages, count up how many enemies are in them, and then do it accordingly, but you know what? I actually can't be fucking bothered, so I guess I can't judge her, can I? But I sense a boss fight coming, perhaps against this lady who's like, cool, now you fight me, or whatever.
생각해보니 고철덩이 발명품으로 고장난 윗대가리를 부수는 것까지도 꽤 미약적이고.
Yeah, Ryoshi did a lot better in that fight, mostly because NO got to proc quite a lot, and as a result of all that damage being done, a lot of tremor being thrown around, her clash potential was a lot higher, so she was winning a lot more clashes and dealing a lot more damage as well. She's really good if you can get her going. She's not if you don't. You know, I know that sounds very obvious, but some identities take more work to get them going than others, and she definitely needs a bit more work, but it certainly seems to pay off. Bearing in mind, she's only a, what, rank 2 identity? In which are discussed the deeds of the fixer whom Don Quixote had believed to be a friend. I think this is a boss fight. There's only one person in it. That's kind of spooky. This might be dangerous. All right. 48. We'll be fine.
명단에 있는 놈들.
We'll manage.
모두 명단이다.
영감한 모험가님의 이름을 알려주세요.
My name's Keith. Like sucking windows.
그것이 내가 나갈 모험의 조건이다.
Ah, Don and Virgilius hashing out the contract.
이를 받아들일 마음이 있다면 너의 이름을 내게 말해라.
Surprisingly melodramatic.
이 몸의 이름은 돈 키호테다.
Don Quixote! Ruiner of plans for 7 seasons. Cantos, you know. We're actually on season 5, but shush.
그 이름을 쓰다니 너도 우리처럼 미쳐버렸구나.
Oh? The voice from the announcement system briefly fell hesitant and an extended silence followed, so they recognize her, I think. Or they recognize the name. Maybe the Blood Fiend was called Don Quixote? Not impossible.
모험가 돈 키호테와 그 친구들은 판타지 블러드 슈팅에서 1위를 달성했습니다. 축하합니다.
I would be fucking surprised if we didn't, given how many of you we smooshed. Smooshed a lot. Smooshed a few. They didn't even line up in a queue. We had to fight them all at once.
보상 두구두구두구두구두구.
Now, how long can we leave this drum roll to go for? The drummer's arms are about to fly off. All right, fair enough.
누르기만 하면 이 라만차랜드에서 제일 끝내주는 놀이기구를 타러갈 수 있는 길이 열리는 버튼입니다.
It's the donut stand. I knew it. I knew they wouldn't forget. I knew. Who would forget the donut stand? I'm gonna get cinnamon.
용감한 모험가들만 탈 수 있는 라만차랜드의 하이라이트 어트랙션! 헌티드 블러디 메리!
Well, it's a bit early in the day to drink, but I suppose I could go for a Bloody Mary. Why not? But oh boy, spooky funhouse. So this is the device that leads us to our next destination, huh?
그런데 이런 걸 이렇게 쉽게 누르게 해준다고? 버튼을 직접 대령해서?
It's a game, Heathcliff. They see it as a big game until we get too far, at which point they will get very, very, very angry.
하지만 제가 사둔 정보에 의하면
It seems logical.
1구역에 들어갔다가 살아서 나올 수 있는 확률은 25% 정도였어요. 높은 확률은 아니지만 그렇다고 낮은 확률도 아니죠.
And that's appropriate because some of us technically didn't survive through the first area. Faust has died multiple times because I think she's weak to like everything in this canto, which is pretty funny, but she still does a lot of damage, so you know, it's all good.
저희는 그 확률을 뚫고 버튼을 누를 수 있게 된 거예요.
Please don't run forward and press the button. I think it will kill you.
정보를 사? 그게 무슨 말이죠?
Well, surely he paid someone who returned from La Mancha Land for information on it, yes? Someone's come back from it. We've interrogated those people.
브리핑에서 나온 정보 외에 생존자들의 증언이 더 있었다는 건가요?
Of course there were. Everyone's got their eye on the money. They wouldn't come back and just tell everything. They'd be like, oh, I've got more information if you're willing to, you know, cough up a little bit.
여러분들 몰라도 너무 모르신다.
Technically, yes.
라만차랜드에서 생존해온 해결사들이 왜 고지곳대로 귀중한 정보들을 하나 협회에게 제공하겠어요?
You remember that Fire Fist dude was talking about it before he got eaten by his old colleague, where he was like, yeah, we'll go back and we'll give him the fucking intel and get the contribution bonus. They're not going to fork over the information unless they're going to get fucking paid for it, because that's valuable. Everything here is a potential resource. Our labor, our information, our presence, anything is a commodity that can be sold. Everyone's got their eye on the money. So the city is the city of big business, and no one's doing more business than literally everyone. All the time. There is no friends, there is only business.
당연히 쓸모있고 값진 정보들은 소수에게만 암암리에 파는 거죠.
Especially if you came back from La Mancha Land and you were like, well, my fixer officers have been absolutely fucking bodied. Most of us are dead. The rest are injured, and, you know, replacement parts and stuff are going to be expensive. Or some will just never fight again, so they may as well be dead for the purposes of the office. It's going to take a lot of money to come back from this. We got to sell everything we can to break even. It's a business. It's a huge number of small business owners, right? And I've worked for small business owners, and you gotta fucking scrape money wherever you can. I am a small business owner, technically, and you just gotta scrape pennies wherever you can. It's tricky. It makes a lot of sense.
1구역의 장치를 가동시키기 위해서는 그 어트랙션에서 등장하는 피주머니들을 모조리 죽이고 1등을 차지해야만 나온다고 했어요.
Luckily, we weren't competing against anyone.
왜 그런 정보를 미리 이야기하지 않은 거지?
Well, we were gonna have to kill them all anyway. They were attacking us.
서로 신뢰를 쌓는 시간이 필요했던 것뿐이죠.
I mean, that does make sense. You know, it is a setting in which you don't just go up to people you're working with and go, hey, so here's everything. Because they might be like, cool, thanks, and then shank you and then keep going. He doesn't know that we're not a band of murderers. We could be.
뭐, 난 이해해. 비싼 돈 주고 정보를 사셨을 테니.
Maybe you can pay us to not kill you. You know, like a protection racket. A lot of those going around at the moment.
맞아요.
그런데 이렇게 수월하게 임무가 끝났던 적이 있었던가?
No, and it's wildly suspicious. So we press this button and our job's done here. It's definitely suspicious how easy this was, but what can we do? Not press it? Then we won't get paid, and we won't get the bow. We won't get anything. So, I don't even know if we are going to get paid, but we probably won't get the bow, so we should probably press it so we can go get the bow, the bow. I don't know why this is the thing I struggle with the most, is remembering either bow or bow. It frustrates me as much as it frustrates you. Yi sang, sang ye, all that crap. I managed to figure that out, mostly because the game itself kind of addressed that for me, but for some reason, bow and bow is where I struggle. Don't go into the comments and be like, it's fucking obviously this. I'm like, I don't know, I don't remember, okay? I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life that's not related to how you pronounce the part of a tree. Shut up!
좋게 생각하면 이걸로 얼른 1구역을 벗어나서 다른 분들에게 합류할 수 있겠어요.
Hey, safety in numbers, right?
혈기와 피주머니에 대한 정보는 그리 만연하지 않다.
It is indeed, so it'd be quite expensive.
익숙치 않은 자가 이곳에서 제한 시간 동안 많은 피주머니를 제거하는 경합을 한다면 1등을 하기 힘들었을 가능성이 있다.
It also might have been quite difficult because they're dangerous and there's a lot of them, so there's that.
그것도 일리가 있네.
이봐, 순순히 나머지 정보들도 다 풀어라. 신뢰는 충분히 쌓았겠지.
Yeah, what's your favorite color? Where were you born? Favorite food? What color's your underwear? Otis shoves Hugo, practically threatening him with her odd emphasis on the word trust. Trust me. No, I'm small and my hood gives me cat ears.
이곳 어딘가에는 반드시 마주치면 안 되는 혈귀들이 3마리가 있어요.
And one of them's Bloody Mary.
관리자 혈귀들이라는데 살아남을 확률을 높이고 싶다면 그 3마리와 마주치는 건 꼭 피하라고 하더라고요.
And there's our boss fights.
한 구역당 1명씩 있다는 모양이에요. 하지만 조건에 그들까지 죽이고 오라는 말은 어디에도 없었잖아요. 라만차랜드 토벌과는 상관없으니까 아마도.
I find it hard to believe the blood fiends of such rank and distinction wouldn't just continue running La Mancha Land if whatever we needed to destroy to eliminate this place was done, you know? They probably just run it but at a slightly less effective capacity. It would still be a threat though.
자, 안 마주치는 게 제일 좋을 거예요. 우리는 이 버튼만 빠르게 누르면
Cheese it!
그럴 순 없네. 해결사요.
Oh god. Oh, Don Quixote, please. Can we just have one job that goes good? But why?
지금도 죄 없는 방문객들은 모두 이곳에서 고통받고 있지 않은가?
Alright, she's objecting to the book it part, not the press the button part, I see. Let's discuss that in a minute, huh? Once we've pressed the button and left this room, because there's no innocence in this place, so we should scarper from this room specifically.
이곳을 관리하는 세 마리의 혈기들을 모조리 물리치고 그 죄값을 치르게 하는 것이 합당한 도리이지 않겠는가?
Ah, that is true though, and it would be hype.
맙소사, 좀 말려봐요. 당신들 친구잖아요.
Yeah, but we've already tried that like 4 times. We even had a color fixer rough her up a bit to get her to stop, and it's not worked, so,
말릴 수 있었을 때 말려줬다고는 얼마나 좋았을까.
There's no chance. Better to just go along with it for the highest chance of success.
나와라! 이 극악무도한 혈기놈! 이 돈키호테가 손수 결판을 내리라!
I dare say. It's the vow of enmity.
혹시 그 세 명의 혈귀들은 생김새 특징 같은 게 있었어?
Do you happen to know if they have any weaknesses, like garlic or standing up too fast and getting head rush for 2 minutes?
이거는 200만 안이나 주고 얻은 정보인데
2 mil? How did you get 2 mil? Who are you? How did he get 2 million?
제일 화려한 가면이요.
I get that, you know, we're probably working off of different currency here and exchange rates from what I know as being what things are worth, blah, blah, blah. But even when even like, you know, Japanese yen, for instance, which is like, the number is not nearly as high as you'd think it is. Like, oh, 10,000 yen is not nearly that much. 2 million is still quite a lot. More than like your average fucking run-of-the-mill contractor would just have on hand to pay for shit. Surely. And this isn't even yen, you know, it's an, which I don't know what the exchange rate to that would be or if it even exists, but my assumption is that 2 mil is quite a lot. Are you wearing a gaudy mask?
재밌다. 일주일 중에 제일 재밌었어.
I like your weapon, but that mask is the same as basically everyone else's.
관리자 혈귀들은 구역에서 제일 화려한 가면을 쓰고 있다고.
I see, I see.
그놈 피 냄새도 제법 화려한가 보고.
Really throwing around the word gaudy today, aren't we? Gaudy! From the lake! In Phoenix Wright. It all ties together, you see? You see that preternatural talent I have for tying all of my series together, even when it seems like there can't be? There's always a link. You just gotta look hard enough for it. Trust me.
너희 중 누가 돈키호테야? 내가 눈이 좀 침침해진 지가 꽤 되어서 말이야.
I can't see on account of the giant bird mask on my face.
때마침
내 말 안 들려? 내가 만든 이 어트랙션에서 1등을 한 돈키호테가 누구냐니까?
Hello?
가면이
Ooh. Alright, come on, man. Let's have a boss fight, you and I.
알려주면 나머지 사람들은 보내줄게. 버튼을 누르고 다음 구역으로 갈 수 있도록.
Surprisingly reasonable.
돈키호테가 누구인지만 알려준다면 말이야.
Kind of surprised Don Quixote hasn't stepped forward and been like, "'Tis I! Me!" You know, all that jazz.
돈
Yeah, literally.
이자입니다.
Wow, come on, man. She was already about to say it, and you just sold her out. So all you've achieved is showed us all that you know, your true colors. Come on, man. Not only was that backhanded, that was also very stupid. Hugo shouted from the top of his lungs just as Don Quixote began to speak, thereby selling himself out in a manner most effective. The speed with which he called out her name was in striking contrast with his previously slow, reluctant attitude.
이제 된 거죠? 버튼을 눌러도 되는 거죠?
He's like, I really want to get paid. I need money.
구역의 장치를 가동한 해결사는 토벌금을 정산할 때 1.5배 더 받을 수 있다고.
Obviously, naturally, this all makes sense to me. Yep.
눌러보던가, 버튼.
Oh, 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 she's never actually just fucking fucked up a non-combatant before. Like, granted, he's a fixer, so he is technically a combatant. But what I mean is, she's never just killed someone before in our party. Oh, that's in character, but that is significantly different. I'm actually surprised it took her this long. I guess he's fucked. Well, I can't say I'm particularly sad to see you go, Hugo. Sorry.
류수건, 이게 무슨 짓인가? 동료끼리 칼을 쓰다니.
Yours is a compatriot. He sold you out. Now, granted, you were gonna do that anyway, but the intent was there. He didn't. He was going to. He did sell you out. 100%. He was no longer a compatriot the moment he sold you out. And then he becomes fair game.
저런 머저리를 동료로 둔 적 없다.
There's also that, yeah. Don Quixote, he was trying to sell you out. Literally the terminology I just used.
그건 그렇네만.
He betrayed us. He was a dishonorable man and must be dealt with.
냄새부터 배신할 놈이었지. 혹시나 방식에 독창성이 있을까 기대했다만.
Ryoshu's like, I would have let him live if it were cool, but it wasn't cool. It was lame, and therefore he had to die.
이런 치졸한 클리셰. 참아줄 수가 없고.
He was a lame-ass loser and had to go. So you would have just let him do his thing if it was interesting? Absolutely. 100% yes. It is pretty funny, I'll admit.
어떻게 알았어? 내가 죽이려고 했는데. 저렇게 격식도 없는 옷을 입고 온 주제에 우리 구역의 버튼을 순순히 누르게 할 수는 없었단 말이야.
Oh wow, he was fucked. He was absolutely screwed from the outset. Well, actually, no. You know how he would have survived if he'd kept his mouth shut, let Don Quixote go forward and be like, "'Tis I!" and then we had a boss fight and won. And then he'd be like, okay, cool. I guess I'm gonna live through this.
그래서 네가 돈 키호테야? 내 놀이에서 1등을 한 돈 키호테가?
That's the one.
그렇네만.
어떻게
So what now?
어떻게 1등을 했어?
Well, we massacred all of your friends. Like, all of them. Like, we hit them super hard. And Don Quixote played a big part in it.
공경에 갇힌 이곳의 수많은 사람들을 구하고 당신 같은 악인을 해치우기 위해서 모조리 해치웠어.
We haven't rescued any innocents. What are you talking about?
왜 자꾸 그렇게 웃는 것인가?
Cause she's fucking nutty. She's a blood fiend who's been alive for hundreds of years and only likes killing people and drinking blood. She's well off the deep end. More so than you, surprisingly.
아, 너무 기쁘니까.
Just so happy.
어땠어? 역시 내가 만든 놀이기구가 제일 재밌지. 원래는 저기 장식을 더 달고 옷에도 레이스를 더 붙이려고 했는데 시간이 없었어.
You did a very good job. It was very fun.
우리 피주머니들은 내가 일일이 옷을 갈아입혀줘야 하는데 복잡한 옷은 다 찢어지지 뭐야.
So a lot of effort went into this.
끔찍한 소리를 잘도 짓거리는군. 본인은 이곳에 놀러 온 것이 아닐세.
And yet we did play the game.
사람들을 잡아가는 라만차랜들을 토벌하고 끔찍한 악당들을 모조리 처단시키기 위해 왔네.
And I guess we're gonna.
그런데 왜 내가 만든 옷을 안 입고 왔어?
Yeah, sure, kill me, whatever, but please put on the outfit. I worked really hard on it. Please?
예의에 한참 어긋났잖아. 내 구역으로 놀러 올 거였으면 좀 더 그럴듯한 모습을 하고 왔어야지.
And take off those horrible shoes.
뭐야? 아까부터 대화가 아예 어긋난 느낌인데?
That's pretty standard for Don Quixote, though, isn't it? You say something to her and she's like, "Ah, verily!" And it's just a complete stream of words that barely relate to what you said. The only difference is now Don Quixote is speaking to someone who also does that. So they're both just announcing shit that is completely irrelevant to each other. Which is pretty funny, I'll admit.
제정신이 아닌 듯한데 얼른 해치우죠.
Let's do this.
너는 카캉 드레스에 리본 달린 부츠를 신으면 어울리겠다. 내가 진짜 어울리게 만들어줄 수 있는데.
The boots with the ribbons. Oh, wow. That song would have been very different. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is actually a boss fight, though, isn't
이
it?
정도는 돼야지.
What do we got, then? Lamanchalan Blood Fiend 3rd Kindred. Oh, hello, the music. Hang on. Whoops, wrong button. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. All right, let's do this. So, I was looking through the tags. Yes, 3rd Kindred. It's just for the purposes of certain effects that may affect Kindreds. This track is fucking dope. They call them Studio Aim because they don't fucking miss. Am I right, fellas? Game withered. Lose off offense level. Prioritize suing target. Expires a turn end. If there are any enemies with 30% or less HP, use I don't need ugly things skill. Well, we don't know what that is yet, so it's moot. If panicked, recover from panic. When recovering from panic, consume 30 blood feasts, gain 2 attack power up and 1 blood tinged scissor blades. It's used for special skills, okay. If this unit failed to consume blood tinged scissor blades, gain 30 bleed, immediately take the damage from bleed, then lose 3 bleed count, then gain 2 attack power up, 2 damage up, and heal 20 SP next turn. Gain a new pattern of 40% of this unit's max HP, and then upon pattern change, gain bleed and 2 blood tinged scissor blades. The whole blood feast stuff is in play, which only she's going to make use of. We don't even know her name, funnily enough. Lots of blood steam scissor shit. The music's absolutely fucking nuts. If the target has bleed, heal this unit's part and core by 40% of the HP damage dealt, so that's gonna be pretty bad. After attack, this unit healed at least 100 HP till heal 10 SP. This effect does not activate on hit with an unbreakable coin skill if it loses the clash. What is this? A counter. Clashable counter. Interesting. Okay. And she's got 6 skills. So she's weaker at the beginning. Yeah, she's level 70, but because she's withered, well, she's actually on par with us, but we might be able to fight back against... it's not looking great there. Okay. Some tanking will be required. Don Quixote and Rodeo are our tankiest members. Okay, we're going to try and get the borrowed time shit going, and everyone else is just going to have to do their fucking best, I suppose. Ryoshu can't even necessarily... Most of them can't actually clash. So there's not a lot we can do to actually stop these attacks from going through, which is very unfortunate. So I'm thinking, have these 3 block, do the best they can to just kind of weather these attacks, though it is going to suck, and then just hit her as hard as we can. Inflict some tremor, get that going. Yeah, get things started, see what we can do. As is the case with like every single boss fight in this game up to this point, I'm going to throw out the disclaimer that I'm probably going to lose the first time, but... Well, that's part of the process, isn't it? Let's see what we can do. Oh, you clashed the counter. Oh, nice. Okay, good. A lot of bleed.
시간 징수 집행.
Well, that blocks that, and that's very good. The tremor is being done. Plenty of count. Now we've got borrowed time, which should help us. She's slower now. Lots of tremor. Okay, okay. Gain clash power +1 for every 6 tremor on target. Same for both. So we can work with that. What do you got going this time? You've got... Stage 2 blood tinged scissor blades. Gain 1 offense level up and 1 defense level down for every 5 stacks. If the target has 6 plus bleed, coin power +1. So for an unbreakable coin, we want to make sure she's not benefiting from that. Rodeo only has 1 bleed with 4 bleed count, so she would probably be well suited to dealing with that, especially with execute collections. It's risky, but it could work. The thing is, Don Quixote's increased clash power from tremor on the target is kind of balanced out by the fact that she's gaining increased clash power based on bleed on Don Quixote. So we need to make sure we're going into a clash we're probably going to win. Which, yeah, well. We'll see about that, won't we? Ryoshu did alright. We do still have a counter to deal with as well. And Ishmael can't hit anyone, like can't clash with anything, so... And she's got a lot of bleed, it just occurred to me. She'll take 16 damage no matter what. Go for that and go for... That's neutral. That's struggling. Try for that and we'll see what happens. Borrowed time is going to help us out quite a lot, I think, but we'll just have to see what we can do. Good, good. That went way better than I thought it would. Nice. If we can land a stagger, that could be good for us. Just have one turn be okay. Oh, that basically acts as a counter. Interesting. Okay. Lots of tremor going. Oh. Oh. That's not good. She's very weak to these attacks. It's not good, no. We need to try and get a fluid sack or something going as quickly as possible. You're fine, Ishmael, don't worry. We do have pursuance, so if someone starts to really take hits, or two even, we can do some healing. Rhodia has sewing target on her. One of these has got to gain bonuses against someone with sewing target, surely. View now sewing target, clash power +5. Yes, these blue attacks. Okay, so Rhodia can't fight those. They have to be intercepted, which we can totally do. Snip. I'd love to try and stack as much fucking time moratorium shit as possible. We've got Tremor Decay going as well. Lose 1 defense level for every 4 Tremor opponents on self for 11 turns. When hit by skills that trigger Tremor Burst, raise the stagger threshold by 12. That could be quite helpful. She's got Bind, so Martial Suppression will do quite a lot. We have Don Quixote try for one of the blue moves, Pride moves, because she's very good. Ryoshu's not going to be doing as well as she was before because we cashed in all of the Tremor, so we need to get more Tremor. Metallic Ringing and Suppress. The Tremor Burst to be nice, but it's unlikely to succeed. Who is that going to? Rhodia, who does have Fragile. How much would it do? Not much. But the bleed would suck. We might just have to accept that. Rhodia taking 1 hit. She's the tankiest, one of the tankiest members of the team. I reckon, yeah, if Ishmael can hit him in the side with Suppress, that might do something. The Tremor Burst won't do much, but inflicting Fragile and Rupture would be nice. Or actually, no, Paralyze would be way better. Save it. Save the Tremor Burst. Save the Tremor Burst. How much does this actually... Yeah, it's struggling. Okay, we want Heathcliff to try and do that. Go for it, lads. See what you can do. That was close. But kind of was, kind of wasn't. You know, if that coin had failed, it would have been bad. Good. I love that move. It's actually my favorite. She does instant transmission teleports, which I know I keep going on about, but I love them. I'll tell you what, Ryoshu's doing great this episode. Come on, go on, go on. Oh. Yikes. He's fine. Ooh, good job. It's going alright, it's going alright. That was a fair bit of damage. Oh, she's doing attack weight shit. Okay, alright, well. I'll cut you up too. Attack weight +1 for every stage of Blood Tinged Scissor Blades, max 2. Consume up to 30 Blood Feast, gain 1 Blood Tinged, and heal 3 SP for every 10 consumed. Bleed increases clash power. The only one who can do a half-decent ego attack right now is Rhodia. And she's not being targeted directly, so she can't actually clash. Let me just confirm that. Yeah. Okay, that's not ideal. Okay, alright, well, hey, well, hey, woo, hey, well, hey, Don Quixote, hey, how you, you've only got your fucking skill ones. Those are, yeah, those are your skill ones, aren't they? Yeah, they are, yeah. Balls. Balls. Still, the game does favor your chances on those. And what about you, Ryoshu? You're doing pretty well. Ryoshu, I'm not entirely comfortable in entrusting this to you, and indeed it may have been an incorrect choice. So I shan't blame her if things don't pan out, you know? But I really hope they pan out, because fuck. Struggling. I'm gonna go ahead and make a proactive move here. which might not be a good idea, but I'm gonna do it. I feel like we're gonna take some damage this turn, so let's try and fix it at the end of the turn, you know? I'm actually gonna take a different gamble. It would be very helpful to get borrowed time active again. Go for it. Good start. Good. God, that's a counter with attack weight. It's fucking nuts. That's so crazy. She still does most of the damage she's gonna do. Fortunately, it's a very low amount of damage, so it's not a big deal, but that is terrifying, and the bleed gets spread around as well. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, no. You're fine. Okay, I think it's time to use pursuance. Yeah, I think it might be about time. Yeah, I think it's about time. What with all that bleed going around? If we could use fluid sac, that'd be even better, but we need way more gloom and we just don't have it, so it'll have to be pursuance. And we may as well use it to clash with something dangerous. Like that, for instance. Going in on Don Quixote, who has now left borrowed time, which sucks, but whatever. Ishmael, you're not my best clasher. Weirdly, Ryoshu is actually one of my best clashers right now, which is funny because on previous occasions she's just not done the job, which really reinforces the fact that she needs to be set up properly. I think Don Quixote's gonna have a shit turn, but she does kind of need to get her borrowed time back as well. Faust ain't gonna win any of these, that's for sure. She just isn't. So I say have Quake rounds. How discourteous ain't gonna work. All right. The problem is, well, no. Okay, so Ishmael's not gonna proc the counter. Chances are Rhodia's gonna proc that, and she'll have already healed people, so that's fine, and it's whatever. That's neutral. Do it this way, because I can't have Faust getting hit for no reason and not landing attacks. We are moving towards the first stagger. If we can make sure No is procced on that turn, then that'll be a little bit extra and that'll be nice. All we can do is try, I suppose. But pursuance will help at the very least.
기록에 따라 당신을 반드시 집행하겠습니다.
Good job, Efi, boy! He's losing a lot of health. Yes! Oh, Ryoshu, you beauty! Ah, shit! No! It's fine. She didn't even get to activate it yet. Okay, she's good now. That's 21 bleed with 9 count. In order to use Pursuance again, we need Pride and Sloth, which, you know, we're working on Sloth. We need to stagger her soon so we can have a turn to just kind of sort ourselves out. Because it's going to get to the point where not only are our sinners dying very quickly due to the bleed, but it also means if any of them take a hit, they will stagger. Like, last turn, Ishmael was below the stagger threshold due to all the bleed she took, and Rhodia is below the stagger threshold right now, which is concerning, and just used up a bunch of her SP to land Pursuance, which means she won't clash as well. Yes, yes, yes. Command D Halt will be a good one. It'll give us something to think about. At least she's losing defense level, right? That's helpful. I mean, it probably is, but it's just not solving the entire fight for me, so I'm gonna be really petulant about it and act like it doesn't help at all, even though it does help. Ryoshu's doing great. I encourage her to keep it up. Heathcliff's actually doing quite well. His SP is growing. How discourteous is a problem. Faust is struggling. This is the thing, though. I enjoy non-focused encounters for the spectacle, and I enjoy the boss fights for these actual stressful challenges. You know, I like them. To the point where I've said it a million times, so I apologize for always bringing it up, but to the point where I really don't mind if I lose, because I'm willing to just give it a try. I like working them out, you know? This move concerns me. If we could land a Tremor Burst. So I'm thinking maybe I don't want them in time moratorium. Ah, but we're going to inflict time moratorium anyway with Command D Halt. So fuck it, go all in. Attack power down would be useful, even if it is only 1. But it's neutral either way. Well, actually, it's Quake rounds it is then. All right. Question asked and answered. You can't offset a counter if I remember correctly. We'll have to make it work.
탈출 개체 확인.
Oh, cool. Don Quixote's gonna stagger this turn. Also, that was a lot of bleed. That was really bad. That was a huge mistake. A mistake has been made.
표적 확인.
Did we manage to land the stagger though? I think we did. We did. Okay, right. Oh, we have fluid sac, but she might corrode. But wouldn't it be worth it if she managed to heal everyone and give them all? It's worth trying. It's worth trying, because if we don't go for it, we'll probably lose the fight in the long run. We have to try. 25% chance for that to fail. Gotta try. What are we on now? Tremor Chain. Lose 1 clash power for every 10 potency. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, we need that. How much ammo have you got? Only 6, which bothers me. Some attacks cancel if lacking ammo. Go in. Faust, I implore you. Don't fuck this up.
교전 시작합니다.
Please don't fuck this up.
표적 확인.
More tremor to lower her clash value, although it can only be lowered by 3, and we're already there, so it's fine. Oh, thank God.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Oh, fluid sac. Oh, yes. Oh, give it to me. Oh, beautiful. Healing. Good, okay. Well, that helped a lot. Well, it helped everyone except Faust anyway. Faust is still in trouble, but the overall SP increase helps immensely. But Rhodia is in a position where she will stagger immediately from one of those attack way attacks, which is not brilliant. But we have got her down to 50%, and her SP is low, and she's losing clash value, and she's binded. I don't need ugly things. Right, yeah, I forgot about that. Fix the coin power of the unbroken coin to 1. Okay, so she will counter, and it will suck, and she'll inflict bleed, but it's not a lot of damage. So it's not so bad, it's just not good either. Ah, who cares? We'll figure it out. We got 6 more sinners after this as well. We still gotta get Merceau in here. Fucking clean a clock out. Let's just make sure we win that, though. You know. Let's make sure we win some of these. We've got the SP to spend now. Unleash violence, perhaps. Shove. Try and save your ammo. You ain't got much left. Don Quixote, if you die, this is gonna suck. Thank fuck for that. I forgot she had so much bleed. Oh, she's gonna die from the fucking attacks with the attack weight and such. Ah, well, there's not a lot I could have done about it, really.
절대 피할 수 없을 걸.
필요한 재료가 전.
Someone's been staggered. 2 people have been staggered. Someone died. 3 people have been staggered. This is not a drill. Everyone's SP just tanked. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, Faust, you can do it. Faust, you're gonna die of bleed if you don't win one of these. Aha. She's almost staggered again. She just staggered again. We have a turn in which some people are gonna... Yeah. So... Okay. I think Faust is gonna die before she even does her thing. We really need, you know, Gloom. So do that. That's cool. Fluid sac. Who are you gonna hit? Oh, like everyone? Yeah. And what about you? Well, if you, yeah, she'll heal herself at the very least. This is, oh boy, this is gonna be a turn.
그렇게 하죠.
Oh boy.
너를 구하러 오겠다는 사람은 없다.
No one's coming to save you. Oh shit. Oof. Well, Maso's fine. Yeah, take that. I think someone's gonna die.
모든 것을 돌내더라도
Oh! Everyone's fine. No, Heathcliff and Rhodey are done for.
배를 버리고 모두 아래로 내려간다.
Well, we certainly have cleaned the board, haven't we?
이렇게 끝낼
Okay, well, she has 1,000 health left. Near enough, you know, 900. But point is, she has a lot. Ryoshu and Ishmael are still here, though. And we're so staggered. That's unfortunate. I'll cut you up too. Okay, right, well.
조언이 필요하십니까?
Otis is level 31, looking very cool in her G-Corp
조언이
finest.
필요하십니까?
Then we also have Gregor and
최선을 다해
level 10,
지켜보이겠습니다.
뭐야?
level 18.
나한테 볼 일이야?
Okay. I mean, it's fine, isn't it? Surely. And she doesn't have any more stagger thresholds, but she is panicking, which means she will roll like crap. She is in phase 2 now. She's gaining attack power 4 up, attack power 2 down. It's a bit messy. Otis can at least start buffing people. Attack power up is very nice. So she'll give extra attack power up to fucking Sinclair, which does virtually nothing for us. Sinclair, as it turns out, can't even hit anything, which makes me wonder if Order might be a better shit. Oh no, because it won't work. Okay, fair enough. Just do that. Gregor, buddy, can you do anything? Not really. Okay, it's ego for you, buddy boy. Should be able to handle that. Emphasis on should, not necessarily will. But that'll hit Ryoshu and she'll stagger. That'll hit Ryoshu and she'll stagger. Can't accept that. Gregor will have to take that, even though it'll suck. Need to keep them off of Ryo. I mean, Ryoshu's gonna stagger anyway. But she needs to be active in order to do the thing she needs to actually do, you know? So, get rid of that. Or at least block it, you know, do your best. Do your best. 2 of them targeting Gregor, which is just not great. He's gonna get fucked up. There's no two ways about it. When Merceau comes back, that will help. Ego resources are gonna become a serious issue very soon.
가던
There we go. Cool, okay. Ryoshu, you are absolutely carrying the team today. He
잔이네?
sucks, but what can you do? Ah! Good job, Gregor, well done! Don't think I've seen this one before.
읽어줄까?
Oh boy, 22 damage. Ah, yes, he did heal as well. Yeah. 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 Oh no. Oh god. Yeah, less damage for you. Take that. Shit. Oh, 3 of us staggered last turn. And oh. Oh, yeah, this is the beginning of the end, I think. At least do that. I don't know. And you're too slow to stop anything as well. So, I don't know, just go for it. There's not a lot to be done this turn. She is fucking good, though, can I say? G-Corp? Fucking Otis? Not. Oh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. There was a death there. I saw it. That might. Yeah, that might be. That might do it. Yeah, that might be a wrap. Ah, don't worry, guys. Yi Sang and Hong Luo here. Yes, I do believe it is something of an issue here. And we have no ego attacks. And she has no more stagger thresholds. Tremor Chain was really useful, but it applied too late, really. And it wasn't really her winning clashes that caused us to get for everything to fall apart. It was just that attritional damage from bleed, which means we need to be more on point with the healing egos, I suppose. That's not going to win anything. Struggling. Maybe she'll roll a 0 and you'll do it. I don't know.
파건.
That's not even close. Oh, Ryoshu, you're such a legend. She's so good. You know who's not going in the fucking Faust tier this Kanto? Ryoshu, because she's absolutely brought it back from last time. Oh, I'm so sorry.
잠시
That's pretty cool though. Take that, stupid. You're not even hitting Hong Lewis. This is actually a good thing. That's the weird thing. And Hong Lewis pretty happy, all things considered, you know. It is all hopeless, however. Just do your best, I don't know.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
Fuck your snip, get out of here.
너를 구하러 오겠다는 사람은 없더라고.
That was some damage. Go for it, Hongler. You got her. Yeah! Oh no. Why can't you just be nice to us? Ah. Oof. You know, valiant effort, I suppose. I'm not ending this episode till I win, though. Fuck that. Once more onto the breach, lads. We can totally do it.
는 실패인가? 뭐 상관없다. 숨이 붙어 있는 한 시간은 벌 수 있으니.
Ryoshu did brilliantly. I was super happy with her in that. Okay. Also, major shout-outs to G-Corp Otis for just winning clashes non-stop. That was pretty fucking impressive. Don't worry, guys. Sinclair's level 11 now, so we've basically got it in the bag. Ishmael is very good, but I'm concerned that her lack of clash value in the initial stages of the fight will cost us. So I'm thinking maybe having Merceau come in instead of her for the initial round. Especially seeing as he's level 50. He's not an amazing clasher, but he's decent. And leans more into Tremor than she does, and can also inflict attack power down as well, which is like the one most useful thing she could do other than paralyze. What's her passive again? It's pretty bollocks, honestly, but just having... The thing is, we're not getting Leave by Suggestion very often because we're not stacking that level of gloom per turn very much, so I don't think it actually matters. Yeah, I'll swap them around. That seems like a good shout. Okay, well, let's try that again then, shall we? It'll be more abridged this time, I think. Just to keep this from getting too, boring. I'm not going to do my usual editing tricks, but...
제가
작전 호출. 입감.
I think I want to scatter these out a bit, right? So we get Otis come in,
앞장서시오.
then Yi-Sang, then Hongler, then... I'll tell you what. Then you. And then I want Ishmael to be able to come in with, like, max SP, so that if she is forced onto the field, she can start clashing decently as soon as possible.
뒷걸음질 치지 않는 방패가 돼요.
And then if we get to Sinclair, obviously we're in trouble. We'll be fine. So obviously what we need to do is healing. Healing is necessary. Healing is important. Oh no, are you saying I have to fight this fight again? Oh, what a shame. Oh no, I'm so sad that I have to listen to this fucking banger of a track again whilst playing this fun and interesting fight. Oh no. Oh guys, this game is the worst. How well would we do on clashing without borrowing time? Because taking that bleed is really bad. Have them take the 2 hits because their guard inflicts tremor when they get hit. So if they get hit twice, that'll be 6 tremor, that'll be 4 tremor for a total of 10. We can start stacking it really early, which will allow Ryoshu to start clashing better as well, and get some gloom in there as soon as possible. A lot of sloth. We'll see how it goes.
파건.
Good. These are all right starts, except for that. Well, hey, good job, Heathcliff. Well done.
시간 징수 집행.
That's a lot of tremor. Good. Bit of tremor burst going. You love to see it. We need to make good use of those staggers. From his last time, we got a stagger, which did technically save us for the moment, but it was accompanied by, like, ego corrosion, which meant we were taking ungodly amounts of damage on a turn which should have been a rest turn, really, a turn when we could just get the right resources to continue using our ego. We're always going to need gloom, because fluid sac is going to be super important. Don Quixote's now, as the kids say, fucking going for it, so we can work with that. Target has 6 plus tremor gain, coin power plus 1, so that could do it. We'll see. Start getting these wins early on and build some momentum. Good. Yeah. Plenty of tremor. Yeah, this is just fine. Good. Oh, yeah. And he's converted her tremor, so that's good. Good job, Faust. We love those tremor bursts. Keep them coming, but we need more count as well to keep up with it. So we just got to keep an eye on that, but if we can do that, then we're fucking golden time, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know. Snip. More like... bitch. So who has sewing target? It's Merceau. Not Merceau, Heathcliff. I don't know why I get those two confused sometimes, but yes. Continue using that because it gains more damage on targets with bind, and she has bind. And also keeping her bound improves our ability to deal with her attacks. So that's fucking lovely. More gloom. Can you also apply some gloom? You can. Wonderful. This would inflict tremor count, which we need. Oh yeah, actually she's entirely ran out. Yeah, because the turn ended, so the count rolled over. That's unfortunate, so we'll just have to build it up again. These guys will inflict tremor, so Ryoshu will have something to work with, I think. Yeah. So I got a screw loose, should work out. She's not close to staggering, so let's not worry about no right now. Just go for metallic ringing. We're getting plenty of gloom, so fluid sac will be an option, and that's marvelous. It's exactly what we want. It's been a while since I've had to fight a hard fight, you know? Because I kind of breezed through Refraction Railway 4, so it's been a while since there was something really challenging. And I wouldn't even say this is really challenging, but it's an obstacle, you know? It's not a fucking win rate fight. It's something I actually have to concentrate on, which is appreciated, 100%. Good job. Well done. Yeah, it's fine. Please don't. I really would have preferred if that didn't happen. Now you're doing this shit again. And we're missing someone. Are any of these attacks? None of them are targeting Ryoshu. That's brilliant. That's perfect. Couldn't ask for more than that. They're all going for Don Quixote. So Don Quixote's going to take a lot of bleed. She is in panic, which helps us. See what you can do. That was close. That was closer than I'd have liked. Everything's fine. We're doing great. Lots of tremor. Good, good. Lovely. No chance for you. Absolutely not. Merceau's going to need a heal soon, though, or he'll stagger from the next hit. Not yet, but he's getting there, so he'll probably get bleed from this. That is a significant amount of damage, not even including the bleed. Can you fuck off? Stop. Stop. That's good. Okay, so some healing is going to be needed. We still can't use fucking Fluid Sac though because we need Lust and Envy. But we can use Pursuance, and that might be enough. So what does Pursuance actually use? Sloth, Gloom, and Pride. We need Lust and Envy, which we can get. We also need more Gloom, but we'll get there. I just want to do some healing to make sure that we don't start staggering. The good news is, while Don Quixote has a lot of bleed, there's only one count, so she should be alright. Emphasis on should be. I don't think a Screw Loose gains power based on the opponent's tremor. I think it gains power based on Ryoshu's tremor, which she just doesn't really have. Which means despite the fact that we need Lust resources, she might need to use Compression Wind-Up Spanner instead. Is she in Time Moratorium? No, she isn't. Okay, so we might be able to stagger her this turn. If no kicked in, that'd be handy. It's not the be-all end-all, but it is useful. Command D Hole, perhaps? Execution advised. Hopefully by the time Heathcliff comes in, she'll just be staggered, so it'll be fine. Have we got any Tremor Bursts here? Pursuance is a Tremor Burst. Alright, that could do something. I don't know, we'll see. Good hit. Good start. Lovely. Big hits. Fuck you.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 너는 반드시 부서진다.
Lovely. She's almost there. She's almost staggered. Go on, just a little bit more. Go on. You can do it, Heathcliff. Do it. Come on. All right, you can do it. Yes, this will definitely stagger her. It has to. That was a stagger. I did hear it. And now she's in Time Moratorium, which is interesting. I think this turn, probably to avoid taking blood or bleed, this would be the time to use Borrowed Time. Get that set up for the following turns. Then we need Gloom. We need Lust. We need Gloom. And we need Wrath. Yeah, I'd say we need Wrath. Yeah, combat start. If not in a Borrowed Time state, game Borrowed Time. So it will take place, which will be great. Okay, wonderful. That should be fine. We've got a bit of bleed going, but it's not too bad. If we can get one good Fluid Sac, that would bring us back in a major way. SP is looking very good across the board as well, except for Merceau, but it will improve. Stack that Time Moratorium. That consumes a lot of count, but she has plenty. It just activated Time Moratorium, which did a lot. And she's already nearly staggered again, and we have Fluid Sac now. And considering the state of... is it worth using it now, though? Yeah, use it now. Let's get one out. This is going a lot more smoothly. Now that I've had a practice fight to figure this shit out, it's not going so bad. Gain tremor count equal to tremor count on target, which is 16. Yeah, we should probably lean into that. Start amassing lots of it. Because we can cash in a compression wind-up spanner to inflict an ungodly amount of count, which I think we want to save for when her count starts getting low. But we can nick it like that and build up a ton of it, and then that also provides Ryoshu with more power. That works. Okay.
얼마 안 걸릴 거야.
This might result in another stagger 4 very soon. That's unfortunate, but whatever. Don't know what you're laughing about. You're getting your face smashed in. Yeah. There we go. This will give us what we need. It's interesting in the last round, though. I've never seen this move corrode before, so that was interesting. Like that. Is she entering her new phase? I think she's about 40%. Looks like she is. Hard to say. She's certainly angry. I'll give her that much. Definitely angry, but she is primed for a stagger. I'm thinking it's a bit risky, but we could stagger her this turn before her unbreakable coin attacks proc, which could save us a lot of bleed. If I'm wrong, then I've absolutely fucked it, but, you know, if I'm right, then we're in the money. Like, legit in the money. Like, way in the money. Those are all dominating. Yeah, T-Corp Accelerated Amputator will trigger Tremor Burst, which will do a lot. And then that will just hit pretty hard. These will all hit pretty hard. She has barely any stagger threshold, or distance between her current health and a stagger threshold, which means it should stagger, which means those 3 attacks won't proc. Should we stagger next turn, we can probably reactivate Borrowed Time, at least for Rhodia, and maintain the advantage.
탈출 개체 확인.
That was pretty good. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. I need this stagger. You have no idea how much I need it. I really need it. I really need it. Thank you. Good job, Faust. Yep, that was needed. Now the focus should be ego resources. Now we do have... Actually, we don't have fluid sac, so that'll be our first... Well, we can't actually do any gloom this turn, so... Whatever, I suppose. I guess it doesn't matter. It's also just some big damage, which I'm hoping this will do as well. Yeah, it's big damage. Yeah, it's big damage. Big damage. That plus coin drop will help a lot. Don Quixote left Borrowed Time, but Rhodia entered it, so she's alright. Don Quixote's gaining offense level, which is nice. Okay. We're nearly there. Nearly got it. There's not much of her left. Command D halt. Force break and final warning. We'll take some hits, but it won't be bad, and none of us are close. Well, some of us are close to staggering, but it should be okay.
얼마 안 걸릴 거야.
Come on, wind up spanner! Wind up spanner! Oh yeah.
필요한 재료가 정도였는데. 대단 시간이야.
Everything's fine. This will hit like an absolute truck, and also inflicts, you know, time moratorium. Getting that chain tremor would be a really good thing to focus on in future fights, so I didn't really do it here. But in the future, definitely, that'd be a great idea. This is gonna suck for you. Good lord. 2 staggers, but it's fine. It's already too late for her to bring this back around. She's got 64 HP and she has bleed. Yeah, this should do it. There we go.
대상 사망. 징수 진행 불가.
That was a bit of a scrap, honestly. That was, like, it wasn't super hard, but it was harder than I thought it'd be.
그러고 보니
I left the oven on. Ah. I totally would have won if I wasn't wearing this mask and can't see anything.
멍게들이
Ah.
집으로 인사를 안 했다. 그치?
You know, I kept noticing that those were stitched to their face and then promptly discarding that information, and now it's just become more apparent. And I'm like, yeah, that sucks. She took her face off the mask. Oh.
예의를 차려야 하는데 방문객들한테는 가면을 벗는 게 예의니까.
And yet you did anyway. Ooh. Oh. The face hidden behind the mask was bloody and mangled to the point where it felt wrong to look at her in that state.
아니야, 보지 마. 그런 눈으로 보지 말란 말이야.
I mean, it's too late for that now.
차라리 나를 죽이려면 가면을 씌워주고 죽여줘. 그 정도는 할 수 있잖아. 우리 사이에.
You're the way, suck it off. What do you want? The Blood Fiend's unmasked eyes glowered intensely at Don Quixote as she pleaded. As Don Quixote stood there, stunned by the sheer intensity of the screeching blood fiend, a slow voice began to echo from the void.
원래 이발사는 더 예쁘고 화려한 가면을 좋아했었습니다.
Oh?
이런 투박하고 무서운 가면은 상대에게 겁만 줄 뿐이라고요.
That's a cool mask. I gotta give you that.
얼굴을 가린 만큼 더 예쁘게 보여야 공평하다고 생각했던 걸까요?
So she was the barber? I mean, that makes sense. She was wielding scissors, you know. When you put two and two together, sometimes you get four. Ah.
저자도 가면을 쓰고 있습니다. 관리자님, 주의할 필요가 있습니다.
I somehow doubt we're gonna have 2 boss fights in a row, but we might.
관리자 혈귀는 구역당 1명이라고 했는데
I mean, who says they have to, though?
다른 구역을 담당하는 혈귀일까요? 하지만 지금 왜...
Because Don Quixote's kind of important here, you know?
그놈이 배신하기 전에 더 유용한 정보들을 남김없이 털어버렸어야 했는데.
That's fine. We'll just hit people until we have enough intel. That's what we usually do.
젠장. 처음 구역에서부터 대장 같은 혈기 2마리랑 싸우게 하는 건 좀 너무한 거 아니냐?
Yeah, considering the amount of heat we're taking, the other teams should have fucking cleared this place, right? The amount of blood fiends we killed, and we took on an overseer, and another overseer is here. They should be fucking blasting through those other areas.
확실히 그렇군요. 여러분은 여기 이발사를 상대하느라 더 힘이 빠진 상태이기도 하고요.
I know it's not Hissed, obviously, but I am getting Hissed vibes, and not just from the blue. I'm sure that'll change with time, but for now, you know.
그럼 이렇게 하는 게 어떨까요?
How much money?
당신은 수많은 모험을 하고 돌아온 자. 하지만 저는 보다시피 행복한 미소와 꿈이 가득한 세계. 이곳 라만차 랜드에서 손님들을 맞이하는 안내자일 뿐.
Smiles and dreams.
당신의 멋진 모험담을 들려주시고 나면
With no strings attached. Oh, you're so kind.
순순히 길을 열어드리도록 하죠. 당신들이 찾고 있는 보물이 있는 곳으로.
I mean, it seems like a fair trade.
이번엔 길을 잃지 않도록.
Don Quixote's gonna be like, no, you must all die, and then we'll have to fight them anyway. What?
그게 아니라면 당신이 이곳에서 수십 마리의 혈귀들을 죽이고 있진 않을 테니까.
The masked blood fiend in blue, who suddenly appeared here, was clearly speaking to Don Quixote, and only Don Quixote. It's almost as if she's very significant to these people.
본인이 다 말하기에는 입 아플 정도로 위대한 모험을 하고 온 자인 것은 맞다네. 하지만
I know the feeling, that's my daily job.
겉은 수작 부리지 말게라! 보물을 찾는 것도 물론 중요하지만 니놈 같은 악한 혈기를 물리치기 위해 본인은 이곳에 왔으니
Get ready for round 2, fucko.
이 돈키호테! 악당과 타협하지 않을 걸세!
Very good, very good.
그럴 줄 알았어요. 하지만 그러면 안 돼요.
But it won't do, though.
당신은 모두에게 말해줘야 하거든요. 누구보다 멋진 당신만의 모험담을.
Come on, you gotta.
그게 무슨...
The masked blood fiend raises his staff, and Don Quixote's mouth shuts, as though a supernatural power was forcing its will on her movements. In that bizarre silence, her eyes shimmer quietly. Ah. Ooh. Ah. That'd be a great thumbnail, but it's fucking spoilery as shit, so never mind. Okay, so we've encountered our first challenge, in which I discussed the deeds of the fixer whom Don Quixote had believed to be a friend. Yes. And then next time, wherein the numerous tales of Don Quixote's adventures are recounted, and it looks like it's another boss fight. I'm pretty sure it is. Well, I better prepare myself, eh? That'll be next time, friends. Thank you so much for watching. That was a cool fight. I really enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. Music was great. Fight itself was interesting. Obviously, it wasn't that difficult in the grand scheme of things, but I appreciate the overall level of difficulty in these games, in which they are or at least in this game, I should say, in which they are challenging but not ridiculous. They're manageable, you know? And I appreciate fights where I have to take a first round loss to figure out what's going on and then come back better in the second round. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm trying my hardest in the first round. Like, it's not as if I'm like, yeah, I'm just throwing this one away so I can learn and then I can win the second time. No, I'm trying. I want to win first time if I can. But I do enjoy these fights, which force me to lose the first round. And then I'm like, all right, what are we working with here? Like, what if I learned from the first round? How can I apply it to the second round? This one was a bit simple, I suppose, in terms of the lessons. The lessons learned were don't lose momentum, as it were. Don't let her take the momentum. Really, it's about preventing staggers for this one, because the bleed wears everyone down. Some of that bleed is unavoidable, and you have to make sure your sinners aren't bled to the point where the counterattacks from the unbreakable dice just caused them to stagger because they took a hit while their health was below the stagger threshold, which is, yeah, actually it's fairly interesting. That's not really been something that we've seen much before, so that was a fairly new idea to face, but it is kind of solved by just healing ego. But of course, this team isn't perfectly spec'd in terms of ego resource generation, so getting fluid sac is not always as easy as it might seem. You know, there's a little bit more to it. I'm curious, actually. Yeah, because Ishmael has Gloom and so does Merceau, and Merceau is better at Gloom generation than she is, which made his inclusion into the team a better choice. I definitely need to level these guys up as quickly as possible, because I reckon if these guys had been like level 40, we could have clutched the last round, but they were just unable to clash with anything. Like, Otis did, and that was really cool. I was really impressed with her. I reckon with 10 more levels, she'd do really well. But these four, there was no chance. Like, I think Gregor got one fucking ego clash, and I think Honglu actually managed to win a normal clash, and that was really good, but at a certain point, they're more a hindrance than help. Now, I know some people said, like, oh, there is a strategy to, like, losing someone and gaining that skill slot, but I like the idea of using the whole team. It feels more applicable to how these fights would canonically go, and I think that is partially why PM introduced chain battles, because it was always weird to have 12 sinners and be like, yeah, but only 6 are fighting, or only 5, or only 4, or whatever. Now we have these situations where it's like, yeah, the whole team is involved. Everyone is involved, and I think that's the most satisfying way for these battles to go, because it feels right. Why the fuck would Heathcliff stand back and do nothing as the team gets obliterated and then go, oh, well, I guess we lost? He'd get involved. Like, maybe not straight away, but as a substitute, as a reserve, absolutely. He would not accept a loss until he himself had been beaten into the ground. So this makes a lot more sense, and I really appreciate it from that perspective. But that's all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. This was fun. I liked that fight. That was a good time. Special thanks to our members and patrons: Tony the Horse, Cryolytic, Abyssal Angie, B-Chan, Grand Captain General Peace, Beanbag Turtle, Malignant Humor, Sanael, Cuds, Kane Samaria, Poe, Pork Chop Lebreck, Lifesteal, Mega Mr. Z-Man, Unclever Name, Lumin, Summercat, Flanny, Painter Dragoon, La the Hagsire, Lip Potatoes, Proxy, Caminera, Moa, Heartland, Harak J, Dresso, Sion Distance, Lol, Ethrabin, Linky, Zeon, Cedar, Bimble Watch, Majoko, Maimu, Now, Kia, Honeydew, Sweet Baby Red, Jess Kitty, Plutonian Pie, Jimmy Ghost, Lep Lullaby, K-Bub, Magic Owl, The Frostbite, Monsoon, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny T800 for support me on Patreon. Thank you, and YouTube. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, nah, that was a good one. I have to say, it was a cool fight as well in terms of, obviously, the music. The music was absolutely banging. I also liked the fight, the character themselves, the boss themselves. It was cool design, cool moves. I like the idea of oversized scissors. Ever since playing DMC for the original, or for PlayStation 2 even, I almost said the original PlayStation, but that's not correct. DMC 1 for the PlayStation 2, because you got the fucking death scissors and shit, and they were always pretty fun to fight because your sword would clash off them. And I like the idea of kind of twirly, fancy stuff with oversized scissors. You know, Scissorman from Clock Tower could learn a trick or two here, is all I'm saying. But regardless, thank you so much for watching, and whatever happens next time, hope I see you there. Doodles, goodbye.